what are your top recommendations or encouragements for churches who are declining in population or are generally older with no youth?
Gotcha. Yeah. And that's an issue that every one of us, it's close to home for every one of us in some way, shape, or form. And a similar question would be, it's like, hey, how can our church reach out toward young people, reach out toward young families, because we have very few, if any. And so one of the big issues that is needed is really championing what is described as a solid theology of the family. So in other words, as far as issues of gender, sexuality, marriage, family, that these highly politicized issues that are literally in your face every day as far as in the news media and headlines, and unfortunately because of that, so many, as far as the culture wars, so many Christians are intimidated, especially Christian men, especially white heterosexual Christian men are intimidated from speaking out on these things, especially if you're in any type of ministry leadership, lest you be branded a Christian nationalist or as far as guilty of toxic masculinity and these types of things. And so the world is continually in your face, intimidating Christians to you keep your mouth shut, you sit down, you be quiet, say nothing, do nothing, but whereas God's Spirit is continually beckoning to our hearts to stand with resolute biblical conviction, the moxie, and have the backbone to speak out. And that's honestly one of the things that I so respected about the late Pastor Jim Devney, the founding pastor of Grace Point Church. There was one time I mentioned to him, I said, Pastor Jim, we're going to need some bulletproof glass up there for you. And yes, they had security, armed security.